Hi, and welcome to the Work in Progress podcast series. I'm your host, Helen Gilbert, Talent and Development Business Partner at Euromonitor. And this episode is an LGBTQ plus crossover tying in with Pride Month. Our guests will share their career journey along with how they navigate challenges and stay true to their authentic selves. And today we are joined by Rodrigo Infante. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Rodrigo.
Perfect. So, my name is Rodrigo Infante. I'm Chilean. I started back at Euromonitor back in 2014. I started in sales, then I moved to CGBD. And in 2021, I left the company to do an MBA in Spain. So I joined the team after my MBA. I came back to Euromonitor, but from the Mexico City office. Currently, I'm a sales manager for enterprise based here in Mexico City.
Perfect. Oh, I didn't realize that you'd been in like different offices.
Yeah, well, I started in Santiago and now I'm in Mexico City.
Perfect. Then I will jump into the first question. So, what early experience shaped you the most?
When I started at Euromonitor, I came from the industry that I came before joining Euromonitor. It was a very transactional sort of sales process, right? But once I joined, I was pretty young back then, but I feel like what really shaped me, it's really understanding what was consultative selling, right? So the whole learning of not only understanding what we offered, but really making the right questions at the right moment, it what really shaped me to the professional that I am nowadays. So I feel like this whole not feeling bad by asking a lot of questions to someone, it really made me realize that that's the only way we can really understand what are the pain points and how we can really support our clients, right? So I think it was an early experience to me joining Euromonitor. And I think it really shaped me to then wanting to move to custom research, business development.
Being inquisitive is not a bad thing. And like you say, asking the more questions gets you to the right product for the customer as well.
Yeah, yeah. And you always feel like, am I being too intrusive, or is the client going to feel comfortable? But if you're genuinely interested in their business and you actually understand what their pain points could be, it can be a really productive, session. And if you ask the questions correctly, they open up because they really have pain points, right?
Love it. So my next question then is, who played a key role in opening doors for you?
I think the first person, if I'm thinking about Euromonitor, right? I think the first person would be the first manager that I had as a CGBD. I think Viviana Cerati. She's no longer in the company, but she really believed in me because I was moving from sales to CGBD, and she really saw the potential that I had to join the team, right? And I think that opened doors to me to really, have a more holistic understanding of what we do, and also grasping key methodologies. In sales, we don't really have to understand methodologies. We do understand passport methodology, but when you join custom research, that's when you really have to understand, so what am I getting out of this methodology and how I can really solve that business question. So that would be one person that really helped me opening doors. And then the second one, I think it would be, I am sure that it's Marco Verde, currently the country manager for Mexico. We worked together in Santiago, and so he was my second manager as a CGBD. And he really trusted me, and he was the one that, opened the doors for me to join back Euromonitor, but here in Mexico City. And he has been a true pillar for my personal growth within the company and my professional growth as well.
Oh, that's lovely to hear. Lovely to hear you've had two great managers as well in your time at Euromonitor. So looking back, what's the risk you're glad you took?
To Mexico City. It was a risk personally because we were living in Spain, then we moved back to Chile. I'm married, so my husband got a job right when we got to Chile, and then this opportunity came. And it was a risk because my husband already had a new job. And then when this opportunity came about, we're like, it's a risk that we have to take
just moving countries is a risk in itself, but I haven't got the gut to move countries.
But I think it's a calculated risk, right? Because you know you're gonna do well, but I think again, we've been very lucky in general to have jobs that we really love, and to really enjoy the day to day that we have.
Brilliant. So, how have your personal experience shaped the way you approach work?
Coming out as a gay person, the whole process really shaped me to the person that I am at work right now. So at first, during at the beginning when I started my whole career, not at Euromonitor, but I feel like I had barriers because I didn't want to show who I truly was, right?
Yeah.
But with time and coming out, I think that's what really shaped me to the person that I am. And those are the values that also shape me on a day-to-day basis. So I have to be who I am. Everybody can know about me. I don't have to hide anything because I want to be true to myself. And if I put barriers, right, or masks, they're not going to see who I'm really, how do you say that? Who I'm really am. No, how do you say? Do you understand?
Yeah, it's like you get to be your authentic self at work rather than putting on like a persona or like a facade. Like you get to be you and not you in a different version.
Yes, yes. And I feel like it's been really eye-opening. It's been years now, right? But I feel so comfortable working here, and there is no you don't feel judged at all. I feel like it's great. And I think it's one of the reasons why I really love You're a Monitor, right? Because you can be yourself.
That's lovely. I mean, it's a lovely nod to it, like your artist culture as well. You want to be able to show up at work being yourself and you should be accepted. And the fact that you feel that way is a brilliant nod to like your artist culture.
Yeah.
So the next question then is like, what's the biggest skill you're building on right now?
Well, I took the manager role back in October, and I think it's the first time that I'm a manager, managing a team. And I think the skill that I'm trying to work on, it's how do you build up that team sentiment, right? And team values so we can work towards that goal that we have, right? Especially in sales, which is, revenue. How do we work as a team to reach the target? How do you take care of each team member as well as looking at the whole team? I don't know if it's a structure, but as the whole team as a whole, right?
Yeah, like a psychological safe environment for your team, but also obviously you've still got targets to hit and stuff like that. So it's like that fine balance of like we're a team and we should bond together and build together, but actually we've also got targets that you need to sort of hit.
Yes, yes. So how do we work together to reach those targets?
Yeah. But I think like leadership is a really hard skill to get right as well. Like each direct report you have reacts differently to a line management style. But line managers really make a role as well. Like if you have a bad line manager, that person might be like, I'm out, I'm gone, like I'm off to another company. But like your own experience with two great line managers has helped you in your career in that sense.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you measure your grace these days beyond job titles? So how do you feel like your career's like moving forward, not necessarily upwards? Like how do you feel like you're continuously developing?
One of the things that I think it's very related to what we were just talking, right? So it's beyond the job title. It's how do I see the each team member grow as a professional? I feel like when I see when I see them doing things differently, the way we've been talking that things should be done, I feel that's where I feel that I'm growing, right? Because we're working with each team member, and I see how they're changing the way they work, and they do it more effectively or efficiently. And I think that's where I'm seeing growth. So I think the growth that I'm looking for, it's that they don't need me, right? That's where I see, okay, I did my job here. And once I reach that point, it's going to be amazing. So that's how I'm seeing growth right now. It's how they develop them as professionals in sales. Because it can take a while, but I feel like we're on the right track.
You can see it when it clicks, I suppose, with someone.
Yes.
Perfect. So, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received outside of work?
Oh, that's a good one. I think the best advice is like always work with people that are smarter with you, right? I think it's really good. And it was my dad. He always said, find the smartest person you can find and put it in your team. That way, that person shines and you shine and you learn from them. And I think that's the best piece of advice ever, right? Like, because it opens up doors and you keep on learning from other people, right?
So we're on to our last question. I can't believe we're on our last question already. What's one small thing that never fails to lift your mood?
Someone that makes me laugh. If they make me laugh, I'll forget about all my problems. I'll forget about what I have to do. It is that moment when you're laughing that you're just happy and, everything goes blank and you're just laughing about if someone said something funny or they did something funny. I mean, it solves my day. If I can laugh, it's great.
That's good. I like that. Like happiness is fleeting, so actually when you get to enjoy it, enjoy it.
Yeah, right. You can be stressed, but if you're laughing, then you forget about stress, even if it's for a second.
That's it. And that's the end of our podcast. A massive thank you to Rodrigo for joining us today.
And for everybody else, keep an eye out for the next episode. Thanks. Bye.